Hello yogis, and welcome back to the yoga clinic. My name is Dr. Becca and this is my dog Snow. Say hello, Snow. I am a psychiatrist, so I went to medical school, and my goal for this channel is to provide a sense of mental and physical healing for people who don't have any kind of experience in medicine, but making sure that it's informed from a very scientific, evidence-based perspective through the practice of yoga. So yoga is like the oldest study in human consciousness, at least on record, a proven method to find wellness. So I am honored to be able to share that with you today. Today's class is going to be a more advanced class. I would say it's probably a good idea if you've had some experience with Vinyasa style yoga before you attempt this class, just because it's going to be faster paced and more challenging with a few more advanced postures built into it. You won't need any props for your practice today, and we are going to get started today in a comfortable seat. So when you find your seat, let's all just take a breath in together. And let the exhale be a relief. Inhale, arousing the awareness. And then exhale, letting it settle. Good. And you can do that a few more times, maybe larger breath cycles than normal. The breath is this amazing tool where we can moderate our experience and our awareness. The inhale being activating, the exhale being sedating, stilling. And so they comprise together this balance between the two, this ideal state of gentle awareness. Maybe a slight smile across the mouth. Just recognizing what shifts when you invite a smile. Good yogis. If you have Ujjayi pranayama in your practice, the breath of fire, I invite you to take it. So those of you who have never practiced Ujjayi before, we'll inhale and exhale through the nose, but we'll constrict the back of the throat so that the inhale and exhale become audible. And by doing this, we're creating more resistance to the airflow, and so it builds heat in the body. So a really good way to warm up our core, warm up our prana before we begin to move. So I do offer pranayama practices on this channel. Kapalbhati, skull polishing breath, is another great way to build heat in the body through pranayama, also to burn calories and to invite stillness into a busy mind. So you can check that out if you're called to, in the link in the video. Good, tabletop position. Let's begin by warming up the wrists. We will flip the right hand over, pointing the palm towards the sky. And then from here, taking a cow pose, inhale, Ujjayi, tailbone points to the sky. Exhale, cat pose. Flip the right hand, left hand, palm faces up, fingers point towards knees. Cow pose, inhale. Exhale, cat. Left hand back to normal. Spin the right fingers back towards your knee. Inhale. This time the inside of the wrist points forward, fingers point back. Palm is flat. Exhale. Switch the hands. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Back to tabletop, neutral. Extend the right leg straight back behind you. Activate your core here before we move. Feeling the front body drawing in towards the back body as the right heel lifts. Right glute is engaged. Take the left hand to the low back. Press the low back into the left hand and feel the low belly contract even more. Ensure that your hips stay level here, and then extend the left arm forward if you can. Breathe, keep everything the same. Next, exhale, elbow to knee. Think cat pose here. Inhale, extending back, bird dog, this is called. Finding that activation in the front body, hips are level. Good, left hand comes down, draw the right knee into the chest again. Separate the shoulder blades, press into the hands, and then step the right foot through. Interlace the fingers on top of the thigh. Press down into the hands, round your tailbone under, tuck your chin. And just feeling here the opening across the left hip flexor. Rounding the spine. And energetically drawing the front heel back, back knee forward. Back glute engages, front hamstring engages. Good, hands come down to frame the right foot. Tuck your left toes, lift the right leg up and back, three-legged dog. Exhale, stack the right hip on top of the left. And inhale, back to center, three-legged. Exhale, right foot down. Bend the knees, let them hover over the mat. I think this is called turbo dog. I'm not sure. Good, we're gonna come into table, keeping the knees floating just an inch over the mat as we move. And then dropping the knees down. Right leg goes back, finding front body engagement, rib cage zips, back heel lifts. Hug the right hip back and in towards midline. Right hand to the low back. Press the low back into the hand. And then extend the right arm forward and hold bird dog. As you hold here, I'm just going to explain that Snow has behavioral issues. She is a rescue. And so when she has something to say during these videos, I appreciate your patience. She has some anxiety that we are working through. Good, next exhale, elbow to knee. And then inhale back to bird dog with control. Right hand comes down, and exhale, left knee to the chest, stepping the left foot through. Rise up into your low lunge, except we'll interlace the fingers on top of the left thigh, just like we did on the first side. Tuck the tailbone under, tuck the chin. Think about cat pose here. Active through the right glute, pressing down and drawing in through the left heel to activate the back of the left leg. Where's your Ujjayi Pranayama? This pranayama is also a very good way to stay attuned to your breath throughout the practice, which is really the goal. Good, three-legged dog, hands come down, tuck the right toes, left leg lifts. And then stack left hip over the right. Back to downward facing dog. Step the feet about hip width distance and walk the hands back into a forward fold. Rest here for a moment. Letting the upper body be heavy and loose. Good. We'll bend the knees from here, sinking the weight back into the heels. Lifting and spreading through all 10 toes. And then extending the arms forward. Draw the low belly in and up. And then maybe you can pull the thumbs back so that the biceps line up with your ears. This is not easy. Imagine that you're holding a block between your knees so that they don't touch, but energetically the inner thighs engage. Good. We're going to lower down into a seat from here for a count of 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Active inner thighs. 3, 2, belly in, and 1, sit down. Okay, good work. Take the hands behind your back. Drop the knees over to the right. Press your chest forward. Knees up to the other side, up and over. Press the chest forward. Good. Take the legs back forward. Scoot your butt forward a little bit so you're on your mat. We'll take a Navasana. From here, take the hands to the backs of the thighs. Point your toes. Hollow out the low belly. Imagine that there's somebody tightening a belt around that spot. Trying to get it on the next hole. Tight, tight, tight belt. But then keeping the chest proud and open. And then spreading across the upper back. Good, maybe release your hands forward. Can you pull the knees in more? Imagine you could kiss with the center of your chest onto the tops of the knees. Kiss. Oh, that's hard. Ujjayi pranayama, hip flexors are screaming. You can do this though. Good, feet come down. Can you lift up into your chair pose from here? Inhale. Ooh, exhale, fold. Good work. Walk your hands forward. Let's take a plank pose here. Adjust your stance as necessary. And we're going to hold this one. So if you have sore wrists, you can come onto fists. If you have sore wrists, and you think it's from yoga, there's a chance that you are not engaging your forearms and hands properly. So lucky you, I have multiple instructional videos about how to prevent wrist injury in yoga. I would recommend taking some rest first and then trying these new techniques moving forward to build the proper strength. Good work, everyone. We're going to lower down to the belly for a count of 10. Oh, it's terrible, I know. 9, keep the belly lifting up towards the spine. 8, shift forward on your toes, shoulders past your wrists. 7, spin your elbows forward, hug your upper arm bones. 6, elbows begin to bend, back of the head lifts. 5, belly button in. 4, 3, tip your shoulders forward, spread your collarbones. 2, grip the mat. And 1, lower down. Brutal. Inhale, low cobra. Exhale, back to the mat. Inhale, low cobra. Exhale, forehead down. Inhale, low cobra. This time sweep the arms back behind you. Give the wrists a break, stretch back through the fingertips. Exhale, forehead to the mat. Hands under your chest. Tuck your toes. Inhale, belly lifts, kneecaps lift, and then straighten the elbows, plank. Exhale, down dog. Good work. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, release some heat. And then close the mouth and return to Ujjayi. Step the feet together. Right leg lifts, inhale. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to chest, and step through. Drop the back knee. Inhale, Anjaneyasana. Pull your arms back by your ears. Spread your heart open. Exhale, open arm twist. Left hand comes down inside of the right foot. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee. Right arm lifts up to the sky. Lean your chest back. Keep your gaze up to the sky. Come onto the outside edge of the left foot. Lift your right leg and stack it on top of the left. Vashisthasana, side plank. Stack your collarbones. Create some space between the bottom left rib and the top of the left hip point. Good. Lift your right leg back up. And then step it to the top of the mat. Open arm twist. Good work. Keep the gaze up at the right thumb. Walk the left hand forward just slightly. Coming into a twisted chair variation, step the left foot up to meet the right. Insides of the feet touch, knees touch, and then look at them to make sure they're lined up. Sit back in your chair. Good, and then can you get light on your left heel and curl it in towards your butt? Twisted flamingo. Half moon other side. So the right hand's gonna come down, straighten the right leg, and then kick the left foot back as you spread the left arm up to the ceiling. Actually, I'm gonna switch sides here so you can see. Good, left hand comes down. Square your hips, we're in a standing split from here. So it is your choice if you want to stay in standing split. You can play with a handstand hop here. We are all going to meet in down dog. Option for your vinyasa, maybe even throwing in some more push-ups for an extra challenge. One breath in dog. Left leg lifts. Knee to chest. Three-legged dog. Left foot between the hands. Drop the back knee on Vinayasana. Open arm twist. Back knee lifts. Crawl the right fingers forward to make room for your right foot. Keep the gaze lifted and sneak the right foot up to meet the left. Knees kiss, sit your hips back. Hover the right knee in towards your butt, twisted flamingo. Sit lower into the left heel. Half moon, left hand comes down, left knee straightens. Right foot kicks back and open. Spread across your heart. Right hand comes down, square your hips, standing split. Stretch your hamstring and standing split. Practice your handstand, or just jump right to vinyasa. I'll meet you in dog. Breath in through your nose. Breath out through your mouth. I'm just gonna pet this dog real quick. Okay. Right leg lifts, inhale. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, right foot plants. High lunge this time, rise. Hands to your heart. We're going to take a twisted lunge variation. Parvrita Parshvakonasana. So taking the feet hip width distance here will make it easier. Belly draws in and then hooking left elbow outside of the right knee if you can. So obviously as we move into our twisted chair, it's going to be a deeper twist. Use your core here to stay in the twist as you get light on the left foot and step it up to meet the right. Sit your hips low, low, low. Curl the left heel into the butt, twisted flamingo. Half moon, right hand comes down, strong right leg. Woo, I'm gonna be sore from this. And then Skandasana, back of the mat. Step the right foot, or left foot all the way back, bend the left knee. Lift the right toes. Balance. Warrior two. Stay low in the hips. Right knee bends, facing the front of your mat. Cartwheel the hands down. This time, instead of a standing split, we are going to find pistol squat. So you can do this with no hands. It's going to be very challenging. If you'd like, you can take the hands to heart to balance. Otherwise, keep the fingertips down. Lift the hips and sweep the left foot forward. And then bend the right knee more. Sit back on the right heel and balance with the left foot forward. Pistol squat. Left heel is lifted. Good, and then sit your butt down. Crownchasana. Decent amount of hamstring flexibility required for this. I want you to focus more on your core than the hamstring. So if it is too much to grab your foot, just bend your knee as much as you need to interlace the fingers under the ball of your foot. Right heel is in line with the right sitting bone, right knee is up. Pull the right thigh or left thigh in towards your left rib cage. And then kick the left foot into your left hand. Think more about the connection between chest and thigh than the straightness of your left knee. Right knee points up to the ceiling. Plug your upper arm bones back into the arm sockets. Look up at the sky. Draw the belly in and up. Spread across your upper back. Good, you can stay just like this to make it harder. We're going to release the hands forward. I want you to think about Navasana here, like a half Navasana. Active through your legs. Suck your left thigh in towards your body. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Breathe. Inhale, lift up more. Exhale, pistol squat. So the way we came in, hands will come down unless you want to try it without the hands. Lift the hips, right leg will extend, sweeping the left leg back. Boom. Right foot steps back, vinyasa. Other side, left leg lifts. Don't think, just do. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, step the left foot through. High lunge, rise. And then here, let's set up our hip width distance feet to make a nice steady base in our twist. Thumbs come to the sternum. We'll twist towards the left, elbow outside of knee. Press the knee into the elbow to make room for the right foot to step up beside the left, twisted chair. Sit your butt back. Long spine. Keep all that. Twisted flamingo, right leg lifts. Half moon, left hand comes down, right leg kicks back behind you. Skandasana, back of the mat, right leg lands gently, bend the right knee, straighten the left. Hips stay low, crawl forward, warrior two, front of the mat. Lift your pelvic floor, breathe. Pistol squat, other side. Square your hips, take your hands down. Lift your hips, sweep the right leg through, balance. And then sit. Crownchasana, second side. Pull the left heel in towards your left sitting bone. Bend your right knee as much as you need. Grab the bottom of the right foot. Extend the right foot up to the ceiling. Kicking foot into hand. Pulling hands against foot so that your upper arm bones plug back and in. Belly draws in and up. Can you tip your pelvis forward? Tip your pelvis forward. It's going to help you get that length here. Building deep core muscles here. Great for pelvic instability. Great for lower back pain. Good, stay here. Release the hands forward for another count of 3. 2. 1, kick the right toes up higher. Hands come down. Press into the left foot. Lift the hips, sweep the right leg back. Plant your hands, vinyasa.
Breath in. Breath out. All right, yogis. We're going to run through all of that one more time. You can do this. Let's work the core, work the back, and stay centered on our breath. Right leg lifts. Right knee to chest. Right leg lifts, three-legged. Right foot steps through, high lunge. Widen your stance. Rise. Thumbs to sternum. Twist. Elbow into knee. And then think knee into elbow, twisted chair, left foot steps up. Feet are together, knees are together. Sit your butt back, lift your left heel, flamingo, twisted. Half moon right side, right fingers come down. Skandasana, back of the mat. Warrior two, hips stay low. Cartwheel the hands. Sweep the left foot through, pistol squat. Crown Chasana, grab the bottom of the left foot. Lift the left leg up to the sky. Pull chest towards top of the foot. Top of the foot towards center of the chest. Release the hands, maybe. Keeping the left leg lifted. Good, hands come down. Press into the right foot. Sweep the left leg back. Stay here. Lizard pose. Both hands inside the right foot. Walk the right foot out to the right and turn the right toes out about 45 degrees. Roll onto the outside edge of the right foot here. So if this hurts your knee, you may just need to flex your foot more, really especially that pinky toe edge. If that still doesn't help, just keep the toes pointed a little more forward and just leave out the winging outward aspect of this posture. You can come down onto forearms if you like. You might even add a twist here. We're going to stay here for 10 breaths. For the twist, the right hand will meet the right thigh. We'll just peek over the left shoulder. You can drop the head down. Don't lose your Ujjayi here. Good, come back onto the hands. We'll take a half split, Ardha Hanumanasana. Tipping the right toes up, straightening the right knee as we send the hips back towards the left heel. Bowing over the right knee is an option to you. If this is difficult, you can just stay more upright. Good, vinyasa, hands frame the front foot. Stepping back plank. I am going to move right into dog, but you should do your vinyasa if you need more. I would be a hypocrite if I did not honor my body in the moments that it called me to. Relax a little. Take it easy. Okay, let's do the other side. The left leg will lift. Left knee to chest. Three-legged dog. Left foot steps through. Widen your stance. High lunge. Arms lift. Sink into the front knee. Hands come to heart. Belly draws in. Rotate towards the left. Elbow to knee. Twisted chair, knee into elbow. Right foot steps up. Twisted flamingo. Right heel into the bum. Half moon, left fingers down, right leg kicks back onto the wall behind you. Skandasana, back of the mat. Hips stay low, warrior two. Cartwheel the hands. Lift the hips, sweep the right leg through. Sit down. Crown Chasana. Option to release the foot, extend the arms forward. And then hands come down. Lift the hips once again, sweep the right leg back. Hands inside the left foot, lizard. Drop the back knee. Option to add the winged variation, turning the toes out to the side slightly. Maybe you want to twist here. Undo your steps. Take the left hand outside the left foot, and then shift the hips back for half splits, whatever that looks like for you. Maybe it looks like a full split. Keep breathing. Walk the hands forward, bend the front knee. Step back option for vinyasa or option to skip it. In down dog, make sure to take a deep breath in and a sigh out with a sound using your voice. Not only does it feel nice, but it's really good for your larynx, your voice box. Drop your knees down. Sit back and extend the legs forward. We're going to end class today with 3 back bends. So we'll start in Setu Bandhasana bridge. Take the feet hip width distance and then reach your hands by your side so that the fingertips graze your heels. Press down into the feet. Feel that the heels energetically draw back towards your butt. This is going to turn on your hamstrings. Before you lift your hips at all, again, imagine the block between your thighs so that the inner thighs engage, and draw the belly in and up. Good. This is what you want to keep as you begin to press into the backs of the arms to lift the hips. Tailbone's nice and loose, no pain in the low back. And then you can interlace the fingers underneath you to get a little more height. And come down. So you can do that 2 more times, or maybe wheel, Urdhva Dhanurasana. For wheel, the cues for the low body are the exact same. So you want to make sure that the legs and the lower core are very strong here to support the lower back from extending too much. Actually, most of the extension in a back bend comes, or at least in wheel, comes from your upper back, your upper back lifting and opening. So keeping that in mind, setting up for your back bend. For Urdhva Dhanurasana, taking the hands just past your head, especially if this is new to you. Keeping it long to start, elbows drawing in as the fingers spin out slightly. Press down into the heels, draw back. Don't lift your hips yet. Find your activation points. Good. And then beginning to lift off the hips. And then maybe lifting off the upper back and the head. And then from here you can adjust your stance as necessary. Coming down. And then when you're ready, with mindfulness, find your final back bend. Don't be a hero here. Let it feel good, even if you don't want to do it. Coming down. Release the hands by your sides. Take the feet wider than your mat knees knock together. With a sigh, you can release your Ujjayi Pranayama. Let the knees sway side to side slightly. And then draw the knees into your chest, giving yourself a hug. Letting your face be soft. Don't drool on me. Taking a breath in. And as you exhale, releasing everything down, Shavasana. Feeling everything settle down back into the earth, back where we came from. Letting the muscles hang from the skeleton. Thank you for practicing with me, yogis. It's always an honor to be here with you. Please subscribe to my channel if you like today's class and want more content just like this. I'll see you next time.